The macro side was very good to go over this weekend, pointing out the fact that we had these daily divergences for volatility, suggesting that we can go through some type of weekly correction. And if we see a very similar signal that kind of leans towards the same thing for the SPY, then we would be concerned and say that some kind of weekly correction seems to be probable. And what do we get here for the SPY? We get a confirmation of a lower high, the ability to go into negative territory. Now, the question is, are we going to stop in our tracks and completely violate what seems to be the most probable? Are we going to be able to turn up in order to extend this party? Or are these signals going to remain intact and we are going to start to experience some volatility going into August? Welcome, welcome. And today we will get you those weekly and daily expected moves for the week ahead. And just be excited because this is the best time to join Patreon, because as we go into this week, we end the month of July and we start the month of August, which means that if we can pick a direction here over the next couple of sessions towards the end of July, we have some very simple targets that we can adjust for in August. We do notice here that we have some updated levels for you, right? A very simple way to look at this is, hey, if we're going to continue to sell off, we tag the one of these levels 75% of the time. We do tag one level, one side. So if we're going to continue some kind of selling, then we could just see continued rolling, continued rolling, continued rolling to get down to that lower weekly expected move. If we are going to see something else happen here, being that the 2 hour chart is able to curl up, there is the opportunity that we could squeeze through and go tag this level of 753.45 to the upside. The problem here is you do not have any kind of reversal signal here for the 2 hour chart. So this would just have to be a pretty random squeeze. Maybe we could look at the 30-minute chart to say, hey, maybe if there's a rejection early on, if there's some type of divergence that's created on Monday, then we can start to point those things out. So we will be looking for a divergence over here. But as of right now, there is no reversal signal on the 2 hour chart suggesting that the daily is going to violate the weekly correction signals. So if the 30-minute is able to roll and you do not see any kind of divergence point made, but instead you see another wave of volatility, we will look for us to chase down to that weekly expected move, probably by like Thursday or something like that, if this is able to take place. But if we're able to reject with a random higher low or see some kind of divergence right here, hey, the opportunity might actually be for a 2 hour kind of counter move in some fashion. So this really seems like how we sum up the SPY, and I think we should just jump over to the Qs. You recall, the Qs were something that I kept pointing out in the video from yesterday, kind of the macro video where we talked about, hey, we hit the annual expected move and we sold off from that point. How crazy is that? Not that crazy once you do understand that these things have happened for years and years, and all you didn't have were the certain lines on your chart. So get the lines on your chart here. The critical thing, though, was we pointed out, hey, the Qs had some sort of reversal signal. So by the end of the day, they actually were able to get rid of said reversal signal, which you still got a little something there on the RSI. You still got a little something going on over there on the RSI, but not necessarily the strongest signal. But you would actually just consider your weekly expected moves here: 708.70 to the upside, 659.76 to the downside. We are now at the monthly expected move. So from a percentage basis, would it make sense to kind of land back into these lines, by the end of the week? Yes. So we will pay attention to that. But overall, we have to say that if we do curl up this 2 hour, there's only a reversal signal on the RSI. The weekly expected move is not necessarily saying we're going to go up here and blatantly take out this level. So we would still look for counter moves that can kind of fail. If we see a squeeze through, then we would look for our higher lows. It's pretty much, I need to see a divergence, I need to see a higher low to switch back to the bull side. And we do have one form of divergence here on the RSI, but I'm not the most juiced about it, if that makes sense. But we do see something going on into Monday. We go to that monthly expected move. We set up a potential tight divergence. Now, this is not confirmed. We see it as pointed down. That means that as of right now, till we see that reverse around, you can't really say anything. But you do have 30-minute divergence here on the MACD right there. If you would confirm early on in the week, and you have it on the RSI at the same time. This means that the 30-minute could attempt to get out of that weakness and momentum and see some kind of move to the upside. If it is rigorous enough, you can always see if you can get to that weekly expected move sometime in the week. So I think this is a this is a pretty good thing to watch for. This is kind of like, hey, it would make sense if we saw a bounce on Monday, but we haven't really confirmed that signal for me to actually take some kind of trade. Being at the monthly expected move, we always look for bounces. Daily expected moves, though, 691.50 to the upside, 676.96 to the downside. If you do cross this up and you just fail right in here, then that will be an issue. So let's get over to IWM and get you those daily moves, talk about volatility, and wrap this thing up in a nice little bow. So right away from IWM, you see that we are continuing to roll. As of right now, we rolled, we never set up a higher low. We saw a spike to the downside. We are attempting to roll right now. But what if this tricks and traps? So as this is curling down here, we would like to see that extend all the way down to your daily expected move of 288.85. We would love to see that if you want more downside, because if this stops short right here and just curls up, that can be considered a higher low. If it wants to go down just a little bit deeper down into these levels towards 290 and then curl back to the upside, that can be a potential divergence there. So I just wanted to point that out. These things can form. It doesn't mean I'm always going to mention them, but it doesn't mean full reversal has to take place. As of right now, you do have some very, very choppy 2-hour signals for the most part, but the current move for the 2-hour chart is overall still negative with no higher low, no divergence. So very likely if you did somehow recover right here, let's just talk about that. If you somehow recovered right here, you probably would like to see a pretty significant 2-hour move to know that dips will be bought up by buyer demand. I think with the massive reversal signals for IWM here on the daily chart, yes, if the daily chart curls up, I don't want to be bearish. That would be silly. But considering these signals are so strong, I'm not just going to jump in to a bullish trade or something like that here. I need to probably see some kind of higher low, and that'll negate a lot of my risk. So as of right now for IWM, it looks like continued rolling, continued downside seems the most probable. If you see any kind of 30-minute divergence, you can get a 2-hour bounce, and then you have to see what that 2-hour bounce has in store for you. Switch right over to volatility. Volatility, the big signal here is, remember that the 30-minute came down to that center line. Look at this, wants to curl up, wants to curl up, wants to curl up, fails, right? So this was able to, really what should have happened here is continuation, but should have happened? Doesn't matter anymore because it proved that something else was taking place. We did not get the continuation of the 30-minute, but we got the other thing we mentioned. The 2-hour chart was able to confirm down here, and there are potential divergences. So there is an argument. There are signals to give an argument that the daily scale can turn up for these indices. The daily scale here can turn down. There is 2-hour divergence. The problem here is, what if the 2-hour, there's a lot of room in here. What if the 2-hour is able to curl up one more time? And I think if the 2-hour is able to curl up one more time, that's going to be a problem. That being said, we just looked and the 2-hour chart is still kind of up in here. We could come down for a whole nother day or two as long as we're really not taking out this low very confidently. I would like to see us, even if we came into 1683 just a little bit quickly here, and then we turn to the upside, then this thing can keep correcting. If we curl and we break through those type of levels and we squeeze for the SPY, what did we say? How do you get out of these weekly corrections? How do you get away from it? You need to see a squeeze, right? So as of right now, I would consider this 2-hour signal, but I would really consider the fact that even though there is 2-hour divergence here on the MACD and RSI suggesting we can curl down, I don't see that repeated anywhere. I don't see that here. We kind of have it here, just slightly on the RSI. I don't think that's the biggest tick. IWM, we don't see any reversal signal here either. So it's perfectly fine in my book to sit there and just go, well, volatility might be showing us something, but I'm not seeing it anywhere else. And that doesn't really check enough boxes for me to take a trade. So that's how I'm seeing it as of right now. I think that for the SPY, we're looking for some kind of continuation here. Are we going to see the 30-minute roll early on in the week, or are we going to see the 2-hour cross up and attempt some kind of counter move, some kind of buyback for the bulls out there? But as of right now, I would say with all the weekly correction signals confirmed and nothing unconfirmed as of right now, everything still confirmed on the correction side of things, that is what I want to happen the most. Hey guys, I just hope you have a great rest of your day. I really do. I wanted to just get this out there and try to speak a little bit on some things that were on my mind about stocks and stuff like that, where this thing could go over the next couple of weeks. These are always the tricky times where the daily chart is kind of by that center line, and you have to see, is it going to fail or is it going to turn back to the upside? So I totally understand it. And that's why we will continue to put out these updates all week long. So thank you guys so much and have a great rest of your day. Peace out.